All right, guys, last activity here in session 1. Okay, what we're going to do basically is we have to figure out these different percentages, what that number is of your total net monthly income that we just figured out in the last activity. So, like for example, I want to know what is 5% of your net monthly income, and what you'll do is you'll multiply that percentage basically by this figure. Okay, so everybody's number here, your net monthly income, is always going to be different for each person because we all have different professions. We make different amounts of money. So I'm going to show you the process of what you go through to figure out these different percentages of your income. Just make sure you're focusing on the steps that I'm taking, and make sure you refer to your numbers in your game. Okay, so we'll start here with 0. Okay. Down here at the bottom, it says that you got to convert the percentage to a decimal. So how you do that is you're going to basically pretend over here to the right hand side that there's a decimal point. Remove the percentage and there's a decimal point. What you're going to do is you're going to move the decimal point to the left 2 spaces, 1, 2. Okay, and then you'll take that number, which will be in this case 0.00, and you'll multiply that in your calculator over here by your net monthly income. So we'll type $4,432, multiply as this asterisk here on the calculator, and we'll multiply it by 0.00. Okay, remember, get rid of the percentage. Okay, your decimal's on the right hand side, and you're going to move it 2 spaces to the left. 1, 2, and that gives you 0.00 or 0.00, however you want to look at it, right? It equals, and it equals 0. Anything times 0 is 0. You guys know that from math, right? All right, moving on. The next one, 1%. You got to convert a percentage to a decimal, right? Get rid of the percent sign. Your decimal's on the right-hand side. Move it over left 2 spaces, and it equals 0.01. Multiply that by your net monthly income, which is up here. 4432, and hit equals. Okay, now with this number here, you're going to move on to the next set of directions. Okay, it says round to the nearest dollar. So how you do that, this is $44.32. What you're going to do is anytime the cents, okay, the change part right here, okay, whatever to the right of the decimal is, right, 32 cents. If that number is at 50 cents or higher, we're going to go ahead and round this up to the next dollar amount. So we'll make it 45. If it's 49 cents or below, okay, we're going to keep this number at this dollar amount that's already there. So 44 bucks. Okay, so that's rounding to the nearest dollar. Okay, so we'll just have to type in over here, because I want you to round it to the nearest dollar, 44 bucks. You do not put any change in. Okay, I know that's kind of confusing, but you got to think back to your 5th grade math. Okay, you 50 cents and above, round it up a dollar. Okay, if it's 49 cents or below, keep it at the dollar amount and lose the change. Okay, for both. Okay, let me skip on down here. Let me go to 15%. Now that you got 2 numbers, right? We're still going to follow that same process. Okay, so 15%, we want to convert it to a decimal, right? So you get rid of the percent sign, the decimal's on the right. Move it over to the left 2 spots, and that's going to give you 0.15. Multiply that by your net monthly income, 4,432 bucks. 4432 equals, there it is, $664.80, right? There's a 0 missing. It should be 80, right? So what you do, if it's 50 cents or higher, is you're going to round this up 1 more dollar. So this will be 665 bucks because we're rounding it up to the nearest dollar. 665. There it is. I'll do one more with you. 25. Okay? 25%. Lose the percentage. Decimal's on the right. Move it over to the left 2 spots. Bang, bang. 0.25. Multiply it by your net monthly income, 4432. it equals 1108. Type it in. Okay, so some of you guys are going to be able to go fast on this. Sometimes you guys are going to be a little slow. So look, this game has a tendency to time out. Okay, if it sits idle for a period of time, it'll time out. So what I want you to do is you take your time as long as you need, and you're going to put all your numbers in here. Make sure you're following the steps I just showed you. Make sure you're rounding to the nearest dollar. And then when you get done here, before you hit submit, what I want you to do is, if you have a phone, I want you to take a picture of your numbers that you just typed in. In the event that it times out, you won't have to go back and do all that math again. You can just go back in, go back in, and type all your numbers in and hit submit, so it won't time out and you got all your numbers figured out. Or if you don't have a phone, what I want you to do is just write these numbers down quickly. If it's been like under 5 minutes, you're going to be fine. But if it took you a little bit of time, maybe you had to go do something and come back, it's going to time out on you probably. So just trust me, you don't want to get upset. You did all that work and it's going to make you have to redo it. So if you just take a picture or write it down, you'll be fine. Okay, that's it for this video. Hopefully it helped you. Make sure you're following the instructions and get it done.